In a move that has stunned the world, sending shockwaves through every corner of the sporting community, FIFA has announced that the United States will no longer co-host the 2026 World Cup, a decision that seemed unthinkable just days ago. The tournament, the planet's biggest and most anticipated sporting event, has been abruptly pulled from American soil just months before kickoff, leaving organizers, fans, and players in disbelief. Years of meticulous preparation, massive stadium upgrades, and the dreams of millions of fans have been swept away in an instant, replaced by uncertainty and disappointment. FIFA's decision has left a void where a summer of celebration, unity, and global excitement was meant to be, casting a shadow over what was supposed to be a historic moment for American sports. The global football community is now grappling with the unprecedented reality of a host nation being stripped of its duties so close to the tournament, a scenario that has never played out on this scale before. This is more than just a game. It's a global spectacle that unites billions, transcending borders, languages, and cultures, bringing people together in a shared passion for football. For the United States, this was meant to be a crowning moment, a confirmation of its status as a true footballing nation, a chance to showcase its love for the sport on the world's biggest stage, and to inspire a new generation of fans. Instead, the story has taken a dark and unexpected turn, leaving a trail of questions, broken dreams, and a deep sense of what might have been for players, supporters, and communities across the country. The implications are vast, touching not only international diplomacy and economics, but also the social fabric of both nations, as cities and businesses now face the fallout from this seismic decision. As we try to make sense of this shocking news, one thing is certain: the beautiful game has just shown its most dramatic and unpredictable side, reminding us all of the power and fragility of global sport. The world is left to ponder the consequences of this historic and controversial move by FIFA, as the story continues to unfold and the search for answers begins. To truly grasp the magnitude of today's news, we need to step back and reflect on the incredible journey that brought us here. A journey filled with hope, ambition, and the promise of something historic. We must look back at how soccer grew from a niche sport in America to a national passion, fueled by dreams of hosting the world's biggest tournament. In 2018, the United States, Canada, and Mexico were awarded the honor of hosting the 2026 World Cup, with the US set to stage the majority of matches, a moment that promised to unite North America like never before. The 1994 World Cup in America was a turning point, igniting a soccer boom that led to the birth of Major League Soccer and inspired a new generation of fans and players. The 2026 tournament was meant to be the ultimate celebration of that legacy, a testament to how far the sport had come, and a chance to showcase the passion and diversity of American soccer culture to the world. Across the country, cities were investing billions, upgrading stadiums and infrastructure with economic projections soaring past $5 billion, hoping to reap the rewards of global attention and tourism. Hotels, restaurants, and small businesses were gearing up for a once-in-a-generation event, anticipating a wave of visitors and unforgettable moments. Yet, behind the scenes, tensions simmered between US soccer and FIFA, as disagreements over commercial and broadcasting rights quietly escalated, threatening the unity needed for such a massive undertaking. What once seemed like minor disputes have now been exposed as deep cracks in the foundation, issues that could no longer be ignored as the world watched. The dream of a US-hosted World Cup, built on decades of progress and anticipation, has been heartbreakingly deferred, leaving fans and communities in disbelief. The stage that was being set for a global celebration now stands empty and silent, a powerful reminder of how quickly dreams can be put on hold. While the US was the heavyweight, Canada was always a key partner in the 2026 bid. Canada's successful hosting of the 2015 Women's World Cup proved its capability. Sensing US FIFA tensions, Canadian officials quietly positioned themselves as a more stable alternative. They offered FIFA greater control over revenue and highlighted their political stability and public support. Canada's men's team's recent rise with stars like Alphonso Davies fueled national ambition. The revised Canadian bid expanded host cities and promised major stadium upgrades, backed by government investment. Canada presented a turnkey solution, ready to save the tournament without reopening the bidding process. Their quiet diplomacy and bold ambition have now paid off spectacularly. Hosting the World Cup is seen as the next step in Canada's footballing journey. Canada is now set to take center stage on the world's biggest sporting platform. The news broke from FIFA's Zurich headquarters in a hastily arranged press conference. FIFA President Gianni Infantino announced the relocation of primary hosting duties from the US to Canada, citing irreconcilable legal and commercial differences. Mexico will retain its original role, hosting 10 group stage matches. The FIFA Council's unanimous vote signaled a complete breakdown with US Soccer. The US Soccer Federation expressed profound disappointment and is exploring its options, hinting at possible legal action. With just over 9 months until kickoff, the focus shifts to Canada's ability to deliver. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau welcomed the news, promising an unforgettable celebration of unity and diversity. The Canadian Soccer Association must now finalize stadiums, volunteers, and security on an accelerated schedule. The world watches to see if Canada can pull off this monumental task. The economic consequences are monumental, creating a stark contrast between the US and Canada. For the US, a projected $5 billion economic boost has evaporated overnight. Investments in stadiums, infrastructure, and hospitality are now in jeopardy, with cities facing tough financial choices. Small businesses and local economies that counted on the World Cup face devastating losses. For Canada, this is an unexpected economic jackpot. Early estimates suggest a $7 billion boost, with tens of thousands of jobs created. The global spotlight will showcase Canadian cities to billions of viewers. Infrastructure upgrades will leave a lasting legacy for communities. Local businesses will thrive, and government revenues will rise. While the US counts the cost of a lost opportunity, Canada prepares for an economic boom. The financial forecasts for both nations have been rewritten overnight. The political fallout is as significant as the economic impact. For the US, this is a moment of international embarrassment, a blow to its global standing and soft power. The decision has sparked a political firestorm in Washington, with blame flying between US Soccer and FIFA. The White House has expressed deep disappointment and demanded answers. This incident will become a political issue, questioning the administration's competence in international negotiations. In Canada, the mood is celebratory, a major political victory and a symbol of growing influence. The ruling party will leverage this success to foster national pride and unity. Internationally, FIFA's move signals that not even the US can force its hand, reinforcing FIFA's power. Smaller nations may feel emboldened, while major powers may hesitate to bid in the future. The diplomatic ripples from this decision will be felt for years to come. The social impact is profound, creating two vastly different emotional landscapes. In the US, disappointment and anger sweep the nation. Millions of fans have lost a cultural milestone. Diverse communities, especially immigrants, feel a unique sense of loss, missing the chance to merge heritage and home. Streets that were to be filled with global celebration now feel empty. In Canada, the reaction is pure joy, a nationwide celebration of pride and identity. Hosting the World Cup is a defining moment, inspiring a new generation of fans and athletes. The event will accelerate soccer's growth and unite Canadians in a shared national project. The influx of international fans will enrich Canada's multicultural fabric. While America mourns, Canada embraces a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to write a new chapter in its sporting history. Sports analysts worldwide are dissecting this unprecedented move, with heated debates erupting across television studios and online platforms. The decision has sent shockwaves through the global soccer community, prompting experts to weigh in from every angle. Many point to a fundamental clash between the American sports business model, which emphasizes commercial freedom and local control, and FIFA's centralized, top-down approach to governing the game. This tension has been simmering for years, and now it's come to a head. The late Grant Wahl, a respected voice in soccer journalism, foresaw this conflict years ago. He predicted that US entities, with their unique approach to sports management, would inevitably clash with FIFA's strict demands and global priorities. ESPN's Taylor Twellman called it a catastrophic failure of US soccer leadership, arguing they underestimated FIFA's resolve and failed to anticipate the consequences. He believes this miscalculation could have lasting effects on the sport's growth in America. European experts see this as a bold power play by FIFA President Gianni Infantino, signaling to the world that no single nation, no matter how influential, is bigger than the game itself. They suggest this move is meant to reinforce FIFA's dominance. It's a high-risk move that consolidates FIFA's authority, but also puts the organization under intense scrutiny. The world is watching to see how FIFA manages the fallout and whether this gamble will pay off. Meanwhile, Canadian analysts are focusing on the immense opportunity and the daunting logistical challenge that lies ahead. They're optimistic but recognize the scale of what's to come. Craig Forrest, a former national team goalkeeper, calls it the greatest day in Canadian soccer history. However, he's quick to warn that the real work starts now, and that success will require unprecedented coordination and effort. Scaling up from 10 to 70 games is a monumental task, involving everything from stadium upgrades to transportation and security. The eyes of the world will be on Canada's ability to deliver a world-class event. The world will be watching to see if Canada can deliver on this promise, and whether it can rise to the occasion on the global stage. The consensus among pundits is clear. This is a seismic event with complex causes and far-reaching consequences, the effects of which will be felt for years to come in the world of soccer. September 1st, 2025, will be remembered as the day the landscape of international sports changed forever. The decision to move the 2026 World Cup from the US to Canada is a story of broken promises and bold ambition. For the US, it's a moment of deep reflection and loss. For Canada, an unparalleled opportunity. The path ahead will be challenging, but the potential legacy is immense. The world's attention now turns north, with anticipation and wonder. The beautiful game has delivered incredible drama, not just on the field, but in the boardrooms where nations' fates are decided. The story of the 2026 World Cup has taken its most unexpected turn yet. The ball is now in Canada's court.